guys, another tutorial today. I have been getting a few requests lately about my summer foundation routine. So as you can see, my hair is in a turby towel. I think that's what you call it. I don't know. I like it because it keeps my hair out of my face as soon as I'm out of the shower and don't feel like dealing with it. So basically, for summertime, I tend to get really oily. So my skin's fresh out of the shower, clean. Again, I have my witch hazel toner that I put in a little mini spray bottle, and I just like to spritz that all over my face just to prepare my skin for my moisturizer. And the moisturizer that I've been using now that it's summertime and my skin's getting a little more oily, I use Matte moisturizer by Cosmedicine. It's got SPF 20 in it, and it's an oil control lotion. So I'm going to go ahead and put that all over my face. I got this at Sephora, by the way. So that's about the amount. And I like to do 4 dots. I've already applied my eyebrows because I just don't like scaring you guys. Seeing me without them. And once I'm sure that that's all in, I go ahead and use my concealer first. I just go with a large concealer brush, and I'm using the Makeup Forever concealer palette, and it's number 3. So I use a mix of these two colors. And what I hit is mainly around the nose, because everyone's got a little ruddiness around the nose. So I'm going for any other areas of discoloration. A lot of people have some discoloration around the corners of their mouth and around their nose. That's normal. So I like to hit those first. And I recently started using Makeup Forever's HD foundation. I love it because I find that it's pretty buildable coverage, and yet it still feels really light. I used number 173, which a lot of you guys might think is dark, but for me in the summertime, I do tend to get pretty tan. So I just squeeze that out onto a little mini palette. You guys can use like a saucer or something, a small saucer, like a tea saucer. And I'm using a skunk brush, and I just gently hit the tips with a little bit of foundation. And I just start in light stipple motions and kind of just slowly spread that all over my face. I like to start by hitting the areas where I have some blemishes first. God, my nose. I'm still trying to get over this cold, guys. Same on the other side. Concentrating it around the areas where I have the most problems, skin-wise, discoloration-wise, blemish-wise. And what's cool is I have really dark blemish marks just because that's how my skin heals, is I tend to scar pretty dark. But even with a skunk brush, a stipple brush, just going over those areas a couple times with the Makeup Forever HD foundation, I can get some pretty good coverage without making it look too heavy or cakey. And that's kind of the reason why I love using a skunk brush, is because it keeps the application feeling really light. Don't forget, guys, to blend your foundation into your hairline and even into your ears a little bit. Ears don't tan as easily as the rest of the body. And then I usually do my forehead last, starting in the center, blending out towards the hairline. And then whatever's left, I used about 3 pumps of the foundation, and that got me really good coverage on my problem areas. And it's also now the remnants of it that was left on my little palette. I'm getting a good even tone all the way blending into my neck. Nobody wants a mask, so always remember to blend into your neck, even if it's a really good color match with the rest of your body. Let's go in with my concealer under the eyes. Careful not to pull, because the skin under the eyes is really delicate. So you want to use light patting motions when applying any kind of concealer under the eye, whether you're using a brush or your finger. So just always keep that in mind. Just be very delicate. Start now to do the highlight right at the top of the cheekbone with the concealer. This just gives a nice contour to the face. Go ahead and do that. I'm ready to go with a powder. And I'm using Everyday Minerals Tinted Silk, which I'm not quite sure if they offer that anymore. It's a pretty translucent powder and just a fluffy, I like this brush because it just feels luxurious, and it's just a flat, fluffy powder brush. So I'm going to go ahead and set the foundation and concealer with that. And it looks a bit light, but of course, as the oils in my skin come up, as they will naturally, it'll soak up any of that lightness. Or, I mean, if it really bothers you, you could spritz a bit of toner again, just to get rid of a bit of the powdery look. So there's my base, foundation base. But next I usually go with a little bit of contouring, and I like to use just a bronzer powder. I really love Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. It smells like chocolate and it's an awesome bronzer. There's absolutely no shimmer to it. It's completely matte. So it's really good for contouring the face. I'm just gonna go at, oh my god, I just inhaled a little bit and it tastes like chocolate. Oh, that was really weird. That's kind of cool. Careful now if you guys get this. Now that you know it tastes like chocolate, don't do this while you're hungry. Seriously, I keep inhaling through my mouth and it tastes like chocolate. That's awesome. Even more reasons to love it as a woman. So I just hit under my cheekbone. You can kind of feel it. I'm just contouring right here. Give the face a little more shape. And you can even do a little bit on the sides of your nose, just to bring the nose out. And I just like to mix these three, and then I use that usually for a highlight. But I have a fluffy brush and I'm just gonna do some blush here between the highlight and the contour. So you made an imaginary line, kind of, even though it was hard to see because of blending. That's a good thing, you want it to blend. But you apply your blush just in between those two. Just bringing some color and life all over the face. And that's it, guys, my summer face foundation routine. Really easy. You guys can use any number of products, but this is just my personal, what I'm using for my summer foundation. And touching my face, it doesn't feel like I have a lot on. Oh, it feels like nothing and I love it. So I like to keep it light for the summertime, and that was pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned because there's going to be a summer smoky eye tutorial coming up next. There you go. Ciao, ciao. Thanks for watching.
Yes, it's clear she'll never love you like me.